For all your web hosting needs, check out BlueHost, where you could get plans for as low as $3.95 per month. Sign up today and get a free domain plus a 30-day money-back guarantee. For more information, check out the affiliate link in the description area below. Hey, welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. If you watch a lot of sci-fi movies, you've probably seen displays show up on people's eyes, usually through some type of advanced contacts. But this is not really something that's too far away, because the whole idea of what they call smart contacts has been in development for a while, and it's a lot closer than you think. And so some researchers out of South Korea have developed a smart contact sensor that will actually detect glucose levels or sugar. And in this case, they have tried this before. Other companies have tried this whole idea of smart contacts. But before, it was really hard because the actual contact itself were really hard. They were rigid, and so they were uncomfortable. So what this research team has done differently is they've been able to produce a much softer smart contacts. And so this really works in two parts. One of them is actually a transmitter. What the transmitter does is it actually gets these radio frequencies from a transmitter somewhere around, and what that would do is produce electricity, small amounts of electricity. And so what the small amounts of electricity would do is actually charge up the glucose sensor, which will actually detect the amount of glucose levels through the eye itself. And so this is something that's so far been tested on animals so far, and not on humans yet. But the initial results have been actually really good, okay? And so now they can actually go further with the research and try to refine it. Now, the detection on this is not exactly 100% yet. And also at the same time, if you are exposed to some of the properties of these smart contacts in humans, it could actually cause future problems. And so they have to work a lot of that out first before this becomes mainstream and available to the public. And so companies like this South Korean company, and I will leave the article below so you can read it, they're not the only ones getting into this. There's obviously a lot of big tech companies getting into this, such as Samsung and Sony. And you know that other companies like Apple, Google, Amazon, Facebook, they're definitely going to do a lot of research. They probably already have a ton of R&D in it already. As you know, Google had tried before in a earlier way of doing it through their Google VR, okay? But the smart contacts are definitely a different level. But this is something that I think is really interesting. The whole idea of having technology that is based upon your body, biometrics and so forth. This is something that we are becoming more accustomed to, such as with your fingerprint, your face detection and so forth. So the next step is to have something that's actually a display in your eye, okay? And then later on, it'll be something more advanced like nanites and nanotechnology. So from this research, you can see how this could be applied to everyday lives. For example, if you have these smart contacts, you can detect whether or not you are predisposed to diabetes, or maybe you might detect whether you do have diabetes right now. And then also, as the technology gets more advanced, it can be applied to many other areas, such as detecting heart disease, cancers, brain diseases. There's so many other things that this will allow people to detect before it actually becomes a problem. It can also be used for other things, such as a normal health monitor as well, because it is inside your body, so it can detect a lot of things that normal sensors outside of your body cannot detect. And so that's something that I really found interesting. I always think about sci-fi movies, but the sci-fi movies have definitely predicted things that are actually happening now or will happen pretty soon. So if you had any thoughts on this, or if you wanted to read the article, be sure to leave it in the comments area below, and also check out the description if you want to see the actual article itself. And so as always, if you did enjoy these videos, you got value out of them, be sure to subscribe. And if you wanted to support my channel further, you could do that at patreon.com/geekoutdoors. Thanks for checking out this episode. And as always, if you like these videos, be sure to click on the subscribe button. And for full written content, audio content, and additional geek stuff, head over to geekoutdoors.com, and I'll see you outdoors on the very next episode.